Look allow. Welcome wherever this world is where you could be a horse and just be out there just dun 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 dun. Anyways, if you know the song, you know it. Anyways, we're playing this game, Pretty Derby. This is the first impression. I have not played this game over 7 days. I want to say it's probably closer to 4 or 5. The first 2 days I didn't play because just like every gacha game, every decision I make, I spend about 2 days thinking about said decision after maybe 2 weeks before that, thinking about it. But you know, a decision that you don't have to think about? Hit the subscribe button. Yep, hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment for more. Here at the Critics Collective, we would love to have you join our collective family. Now, with that being said, my name is Ron. So this game comes from an anime. Have not watched. I do want to watch it. I believe there's a movie out in theaters now. I'm going to try to watch that. I don't know. No promises. But the animation grabbed me, and that's what made me say, let me check, because I really think, and sure enough, this was on my Crunchyroll wish list to watch, and they switched it and sold it, and even though the UI interface is 1990, whatever, not going to get into that unpopular opinion. So my first impression of this game is it is smooth. Now, I don't know, I haven't messed with it long enough to see if I can get rid of the menu that's here all the time. It'd be cool if I could. Maybe if I do, I change it to horizontal instead of vertical. Maybe that will fix it. But it's smooth to play on PC. I'm playing it on Steam right now for free $99, and you can get on mobile for free $99. I'm not sponsored. So they make it really easy to play. There's tons of videos that tell you the storyline of this, the lore similar to Cookie Run Kingdom, just in case you've never watched any of the anime. I think they do a really good job of valuing your time. A lot of the things that you can go through are quick and they're easy. It doesn't seem like you should do more than 30 minutes, 15 probably tops to do your dailies. So that's pretty cool. I do like the fact that it seems like the community is really like trying to get a lot of people to play this and understand this game. No, I haven't jumped into a club yet. I've spent only 1 day overthinking it. I'll jump in a laid back club probably later on today. But I did pose a question, though I'm going to move on from it, you know, for content creators to remember people who are just logged in for the first time, let them know kind of what direction to be pointed in. But this game, it's just, it has a really good look, a really good sound. It's clean. Like when I say this shit is clean, this shit is clean. Like look at this right here, right? You have these songs, right? So you get these songs in here, and when you win a race, your horse or your star character, whatever they get their main stage, and they're over here on their K-pop Demon Hunter. Now, obviously, this is Japan, I believe, so it's completely different, respectfully. But the level of detail, and some of these songs are a fucking bop. This music sounds like it's produced well. Like that's just clean as F, honestly. Like that's the first fucking thing that got me. So shout out to the ones who put that together. But that was clean. Looking at the mechanics, they look simple, but yet complicated. Like Lion King, slimy yet satisfying. The support cards, I think it seems like the support cards are going to be the most important thing to get. You'll have these support card. These are just the basic ones, but I'm going to work to get more. But like leveling them up and paying attention to what they give you, I think is super important. And it's like really, honestly, I feel like the meta more than the character or the main character that you use in your ensemble. Then you have your trainees, and you get to level them up as well. So these, again, are default trainees. I haven't leveled anybody up. I do plan on messing with it, but you're unlocking different levels of skills that you can unlock during the races. And I think it's really, it seems like it's something like it could be so tough. You have PvP in here where you can race singles, doubles, triples. You can open your own lobby and say, hey, come on, I wish you would beat me. You can meet new people, gift stuff back and forth, like I said, with the club. Again, this is my first impression of this game, and I'm just really impressed by a new game that's just really clean. Again, the UI, like after playing Nikke, you can go ahead and check the reviews for that, or playing like, Blue Archive, and I'm getting ready to jump into Arkham in-game. But it just, you appreciate a really clean UI and a game that like values your time. You have an opportunity to do races against a legend. They rotate inside, and you can get a chance to get their stars to unlock them themselves. You have compete like if you want to like be sweaty, they have a league that you can just go in here and put yourself. And if you're the best runner, go do it. Do you? Then the scouting. That's the recruiting system. It's not much different. This is where I would say I don't like this game. This is the area where I'm like, maybe I just need to be in it to say, hey, it's all right, versus it needs improvement. The roles on a lot of these things, not the paid one, but I'm a free to play player. The roles on this are so, I haven't rolled anything, but I've checked the, no, I'm not going to break that down, but I've checked what's the percentage that you can roll certain characters, and man, it just looks like not as rewarding as certain games like, man, I can't think of a game right now. I want to say Nikke is probably one of the best roles that I've seen, where I'm like, hey, you're getting good characters when you roll. There's some other things going on, but I feel like the roll percentage is high without any special banners. But I think the other thing that's probably cooler than this, and the fact that it's a brand new game for the most part, if you're on the global server, is you're getting all of this stuff from the jump. Like, again, I played a little bit. Don't get me wrong. You can open the box. I think it leaves you with like maybe 20 something carrots. So yeah, some of this I picked up on my own, and the money, certain things, whatever. This is a glaring thing to me right here, because I did not use this because I wanted to wait for this video to put out. But the real meat and everything is this right here. Now, yeah, you have the new one, but what they're telling me is start with this one, learn the mechanics, XYZ. This is the gem here, right? And it's crazy because, again, this is a gacha game, this is a mobile game, and it does something different. Again, it makes it easy to pick up, but it still challenges an F. And it's crazy, there's no other game really like this in the sporting area, like baseball, football, hockey, roller derby. Like I could see like someone's right now trying to figure out how to find another sport, soccer, and put this in here, pickleball or wrestling, I don't know. But anyways, so basically you start the game and you pick whatever character you want to use, right? So each one is going to have your speed, stamina, power, guts, and wit, and give or take what the race distance is, sprint all the way to long. Some of these are more important than others. That's not what kind of video this is. There's awesome content creators who will do that for you. Drop that in the comments. But basically you pick a character, right? So for instance, one of the characters that I enjoy running with, probably my favorite one, this one right here. You pick your character, you hit next, you go through the progression, but here's where it gets interesting. You have legacies. So you have parents and you have grandparents. Now, I'm going to hit auto select just for the sake of it, and I'm going to include guests. Guests are friends that you meet online that are in the PvP world, or even they're in your club, or you just meet them online and you can get their parents, right? And so it's going to match up my parents and generations that I have from previous runs I've done, and it's going to match up the guests. Now the guests obviously A+ and S tier, and me, it's pretty impressive that I've had some of these characters I put together while doing my short run. But now that you have your characters, they're going to give you a boost. You're trying to pair the right character to give you the right boost for the right character and the right type of run that they're trying to do. Then over here on the side, you have your sparks. This is what those other generational characters are giving you. They're giving you these sparks that are going to stack up, and they're going to create boost. Then you have these. This is why I said this is probably the most important thing. Not necessarily the runner, but your background and the cards. These are your support cards. Your support cards are kind of like your armor, your gear, if you would. They're going to have perks in them. Those perks are going to help you go through the game and get certain boosts and friendship boosts and speed and all this other stuff. Now there's metas like running speed 1, 2, 3, or 4, running stamina, maybe 2 stamina or 2 power, or guts. But I'm not going to go into super detail of it because, again, I'm still learning this myself. Okay. We'll go ahead and autofill it so you can check out this game, and then you start your career. Now it does a rundown. It lets you know you're using some of your stamina. I forgot what it's called in this, but you're using it. Terrific pony, that's what I call it. You're using your terrific pony. And you start this movie. I'm not going to spoil it for you because I do like the storyline. I normally do short and all events because I just want to get through it. But it's going to add up everything from your family. So watch. You're going to see it. And it's saying, hey, look, this stuff is going up. And then why is it going up? It's going up because you have your legacy that was picked up. And then you have an opportunity in the storyline where it's just going to hit you. And you're just going to be like, wait, I come from a long generation of sprinters or mile runners or people who run in the dirt or rain and stuff. Another thing of why I say it values your time, you can run this fast. So you have resting, you have, hey, shit, you should have rested them and you didn't. You got some chilling, and you got your skills you can add, the race that you're gearing up for, and your training. Now, I wish the race, you would get details and the details would tell you how long the race is. Unfortunately, yes, but you have to click in here, click again, and then see what it is. I think you putting that up there lets me know. That's just me, at least until I learn the tracks. So anyways, I have 11 turns before it gets going. And so you have an opportunity to make these choices. Now there's RNG in here, but there's also strategy. For instance, you have friends and trainers, see? Trainers, friends. And you're trying to understand that if you level up power, you're also going to level up this relationship. If your relationship grows, then you get what's called a friendship training, and that gives you a bigger boost. But then there's some, like the one with the exclamation point, this means you can get a hint. Not only you grow in this relationship, but you'll get a hint at what skill you need for your upcoming race. But there's no, it's just an interesting thing because you could do your own strategy. So for instance, with this character, speed is her thing. I'm just going to go ahead and spec into speed. Now you get a success or you get a failure. Again, RNG. And you're watching this meter. Now, maybe I'll do a video to say kind of what I do if it's successful, but I just started playing. I don't know what's successful, but I look at this. I'm like, I want speed, but I'm also getting this. So I'm going to go ahead and go for this. I don't want to go too far into this area. It's going to happen a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do wit instead of resting because that spares me. I'll gain a little something. I'm also getting this relationship. That spares me a little time for resting. I don't want to rest because then I'm losing a day to train. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and increase the storyline. Now there's times where you're gonna get choices to say something, and it's gonna be green, yellow, and red. I would say, just my thing, don't hit red, don't hit yellow. It's RNG. There's a chance that things can go right, but there's also a thing that can go wrong. You hit green, it doesn't go wrong. I don't think it ever goes wrong. You keep it going. You don't want to lose any time on anything. You don't want to go backwards. So now I got a hint. If I do this one, I'll get the hint. But I'm like, you know what? I don't want the fucking hint. I don't care about it. I'm looking to see at the top how many relationships that are there. So I'm looking. I'm going to do this one because there's 2 relationships here. I'm going to go test wit. Wit helps your character have the ability to understand when they're running that they may be in traffic and they have to think and do something different. It's really cool how they set it up. Again, you get your choices. You could choose the other ones if you want to. This how Ron plays. Come back in here. I'm looking. I got 7 days left. There's one person there. There's 1, none, 3. You know where I'm going. I'm going here. You want that relationship to grow. Good job, bump. It dropped. Got 6 days left. It's gonna ask me a question. Green. My money's on green. Now, if I make it, I'm just gonna do the first race. I'm not gonna go further than that. You can also, I believe, you can save this and then take this to mobile. So it's really cool that you can switch this up like this. I'm gonna go back in here. I'm at the point where I should be thinking about resting because 20% failure. It could happen. I'm gonna go with wit because I'm trying to squeeze out as much energy as I can to keep training. Normally what I do is when I get to about I know she's like, I want to rest. horrible. Nothing there, something 2, 3, and I want speed. Normally when I get to day 5 or day 2, I'm thinking about resting. Not twice, but resting in general so that I can be in a good spot before the race. So here we are. Don't want to go speed. There's nothing there, but look at that failure rate, right? That would have been a great one to go with, but the failure rate is there. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to do 18%, build that relationship. Failed it. It happens, but but it didn't drain the full. So I come in here again. I'm looking at wit. Not going to go with that. That's just not enough because of the risk. I'm going to go with here. The other thing is your mood. Like if you have in a really good mood, you can, do some stuff. You get a percentage boost and stuff like that. Like if it's sunny, if it's rainy. So now I know I have a race coming up. So now I'm going to rest. Again, you play the game different. This is just me learning the game. Bump. So I'm good. So now I can go ahead and do speed one more time. This one's I just did that one. I hit the wrong button. It's not the end of the world. Your first race, normally you win that first race. You really have to yuck it up to lose that first race. So you have your race that's set up, you hit race, and I know it's a first impression. It feels like a tutorial. It's not. I promise you it's not. At least I don't hope it is. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is at this point. But again, you're watching. Again, I have players, that I've leveled up, but you get your mood. You can be in a great mood. You could be in an awful mood. You can have injuries. You have specs that are here. You have where they tell you what lane you're going to be in, like what number and everything. You can change your strategy on whether or not you're going to play on the pace and stay with everybody, then kick it in gear when you get towards the end. Or maybe you just want to lead in the front the whole time and just take off on it. Or maybe your style is you're going to wait until your last moment and come and just steal it. Every strategy is different based on how you play. Some of these characters are like, this character is a pace and a front, but you could build this character to develop this and make that your thing. You're also looking at how many other racers selected XYZ. So what I'm gonna do for this one is we're gonna go ahead and do pace, and they're all exciting. Like you could be in the front and it's still exciting. Now you could hit view result, but why? You also have this. I'm the number 1 favorite. I'm in this race. Not expected to lose. And we'll do landscape for this. It's like TXX where the sound picks up and you're like, oh, the curtains open up and like, and you get to watch a movie. But yeah, I was sitting there just getting excited while making dinner. I was like, this game might get me. It does something different that I don't think any other gacha ever did. And I think it's because of the competitive nature in sports. Yeah, there's PvP and shit, but I'm like, fucking horse racing, and they keep their clothes on. That's for me. That's a good thing there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not told to take care of anybody or babysit or have any questionable choices. So you can go watch the Goddess of Victory or Blue Archive and see my run in those games. But anyways, now what you can't hear is the commentary in Japan. It is just like a fucking anime, and that is so clean. The animation is clean, and you're sitting there and it's like, oh, your 1s and your 2s, and sometimes you're like, they'll tell you straight up, we don't even think you're gonna win. We don't even know why you're here. And it's the silence, and then it's just, oh, look at that, start late. Sometimes it's start good, start late. So now I start late. Some of them are pulling off. Some of them are pulling off because they have a really good ability or set. Others, it may be their style to lead in the front. And you're watching it, like you can't see it right now because it's an open race, but sometimes when you get through the season, you'll have a pack of like 4 or 5 racers. And I think there's guys and girls in here, so it's not just girls, but you have these packs of racers and you're like, holy I'm stuck against the fucking rail. And my girl needs to get out. That's her finish. Like that's when she's like, I'm about to lead ass. So boom, she just takes off. And it's so cool watching them use their ability, watching the cutscenes when you start to have a matchup between one person and another. Yo, this game is fucking fun. Like right now, there's nothing you can do. There's no buttons to hit. You're not mashing anything. You're not giving carrots to anybody. You're just watching what's already been predetermined before you hit a button. And there you go. You have the first race, the first win. And it feels so fucking good. And there's times, I kid you not, where we have lost. And it's only my fucking fault. Like you're watching them and they're trying to give you everything, but you overwork them in training, or you didn't listen to the hints that told you what to spec into, and they were in first and they got ran down, or they got boxed in and it's raining and you just didn't prepare. And it's a cool feeling. Shout out to the devs for this one. I can't say how long I'm gonna play it, but I'm enjoying it. Like less than a week in here, I'm enjoying this. But like I said, the winner gets a concert and you're the star of the concert, and that's cool. You should always feel like the star, and you should feel like you're the star because you are to us. Hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment for more. And the Critics Collective, you could have been anywhere and you chose to be here watching this new game. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna play it on mobile. I'm gonna go chill with my family. We're gonna watch some streaming thing, and I'm gonna pay attention to it. But I'm also gonna train up some new people, some new horses, little ponies, little ponitas. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but until next time, lick allow.